Hi, this is Tim with Knowledge is Power Training and Tutoring, and today we're going to work a couple more practice problems from the ACT website. Now, I've already copied and pasted these over to my workstation, and here's the first question. Sales for a business were $3 million, more the second year than the first year, and sales for the third year were double the sales for the second year. If sales for the third year were $38 million, what were sales in millions of dollars for the first year? And our choices are A, 16, B, 17.5, C, 20.5, D, 22, and E, 35. Okay, so we've had year 1, year 2, and year 3. So sales for a business were $3 million more the second year than the first. So the first year we made some amount. The second year we made a little bit more. We made the same amount plus $3 million more. And sales for the third year were double the sales of the second year. So whatever my second year was, we'll call that Y. We doubled it, so multiply it times 2. So I've got an X and a Y, but I know that that second year, X plus 3 was equal to Y. And my third year was 2Y. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start doing some replacing. I'm just going to replace this 2Y with X plus 3. And now it says sales my third year were equal to $38 million. So I now get a problem of 2 times X plus 3 equals 38. If I solve this, I'm going to figure out what I got my first year. And then I can simply plug and chug to figure out what I made my second year, that is $3 million more. And then finally I would double that to get my third year. Now notice the fact that since this is all in millions of dollars, I'm not even dealing with the word millions. That's just a really big number and it's there as a distractor. So it's going to be 2x plus 6 equals 38 minus your 6, divide or subtract. 2x equals 32. Let's give us a little bit more room. Divide by 2, x equals 16. Does this work? Let's go back and look at my first year. If I say my first year I made 16 million. My second year we made 19 million, which is plus 3. And then double 19 times 2, is the 38 million that they gave us. So yes, it appears that 16 is the correct answer. Okay, our next question reads, when x equals 3 and y equals 5, by how much does the value of 3x squared minus 2y exceed the value of 2x squared minus 3y? And our choices are 4, 14, 16, 20, and 50. Let's start out by writing out our problems. 3x squared minus 2y, 2x squared minus 3y. And we're given the values of x equals 3, y equals 5. Now, these problems are fairly straightforward. We're just going to be plugging and replacing the numbers. So 3 squared minus 2, 5, and then I'll just come over here and set this one up as well. 3 squared minus 3 times 5. Okay, so following my order of operations, I'm going to go ahead and do my exponents first. So this is 3 squared. That's going to be 3 times 9 minus 2 times 5, let's go ahead and multiply those, get 10. Come over here, 2 times 9 minus 3 times 5 is 15. Now, I'm going to multiply 27 minus 10, 18 minus 5. 27 minus 10 is 17, 18 minus 5 is 3. Let's go back and look at our problem one more time. By how much does the value of the first expression exceed the value of the second expression? Now, we'll recall that how much does the value exceed something else? This is a subtraction problem. So what I'm going to do is, now that I've got my two answers here, I'm just going to subtract them. So this is going to be 17 minus 3, which gives me a final answer of 14, which was my second choice. So the answer is G, 14. Our third and final question of the day reads, what is the value of x when 2x plus 3 equals 3x minus 4? Now, this is a very straightforward multi-step equation with one variable. And if you're doing the AC test, you're probably very happy to see one of these, because by now you know how to knock these out. We're going to move all of our x's over to one side and all of our non-x's over to the other. And the key here is we want to keep as many things positive as we can. So I'm looking at the 3x and the 2x. I know that the 3 is bigger than the 2, and he's positive, so I want to move my 2x over here. So I'm going to subtract 2x off of both sides. Again, my goal is to keep x positive. By keeping x positive, this is going to save me any dividing of negative numbers that I may have to deal with later. And on the ACT test, you know, time is your friend. I want to save as many steps as I can and minimize my amount of error. So plus 4, plus 4. What I'm doing in this step here is I'm moving over the non-x's. I've already moved over my x's. 3x minus 2x is 1x, or I could have just let that x by itself. Add the 4 over to both sides. 7 equals 1x, or just x. I have nothing left to move here. I have no negatives to deal with. X is 7. That was E. We can move on. Thank you for joining us for this week's Practice ACT questions. Be sure to check out the website at www.knowpowertutoring. Again, that's K-N-O-W, powertutoring.com for additional ACT prep questions.